Oh, hello there. I have a little story for you today about a boy who paved his own path and pursued his dream. But his journey was far from an easy one, as he battled many challenges along the way. At this time, he was seeking his greatest victory, reaching an $80,000 bankroll. This might very well be that moment of victory, the Dallas finale. But there's only one way to find out. Roll the intro.
Hey, that's me, and I'm dropping out of college to play poker. I currently have $50,000 in my bankroll, but I need to double it and make $100,000 by the end of the summer, or my parents will disown me. And this is where we're currently at.
Chapter 1, The Hero's Journey. 40 days ago, I dropped out of college to pursue my dream. I headed to Miami with $50,000 in my bankroll and only one goal in mind: make $10,000. But after a heartbreaking conclusion, I came up short and had to return home as a failure and face my parents' wrath. But I couldn't just lay in my sorrows. I had to make sure I completed my challenge of making $100,000 by the end of the summer. And so I packed my bags and went on a voyage to Texas. Many called me stupid, insane, an idiot with devilishly handsome good looks. But in last episode, we took a shot and hit a home run in the biggest game of our lives. Today, we sit with $78,878, only $2,122 away from our greatest achievement yet. And now, our victory is all but secured.
We continue our celebration from our big win last night. Bought some exotic meats. We got ground yak, milk, kangaroo, ostrich. That just looks like normal ground beef. That looks like slob. A little bit of butter so that this meat doesn't get stuck. I can make a joke about that. Fire it up. And we're not gonna add any spice to it, because look at me, look at the skin. I'm white as fuck.
Les rêves des amoureux sont comme le bon vin. Ils donnent de la joie ou bien du chagrin. Affaibli par la faim, je suis malheureux. Pas longtemps.
Now it's time for the fun part. You get to rate these meats.
Car rien n'est gratuit dans la vie.
In last place, which I'm very disappointed about, is the kangaroo. Flavor just wasn't right. I probably cooked it off, but third place, next, we got the elk. Surprisingly disappointed in this one. Down to the final two, the ostrich or the yak. And the winner is yak. The winner's yak. A whole lot better than this. This was by far and away the best meat here. Ostrich, it's kind of whatever, but it's better than these two.
Ah, that was a great time, wasn't it? After the celebrations concluded, attention shifted back to the $80,000 mark. But as our hero would come to see, things would not be as easy as expected. Chapter 2, The Opening Blow. Last episode, I made an announcement that I was going for the 80K goal live on stream. And boy, was it a spectacle.
Welcome to the live stream! Only 2K away from our 80K goal? That ain't nothing! I kinda like blowing on these. No, the unicorn fell off! Look at me strain my eyes and tell me I'm chopped. Okay, I low-key am chopped. Whoa, what the f— oh, why is he smiling? You got a wheel, spin it? The options, what's it say? Lemon? What does that mean? Enough fucking around, I don't know who that guy is. Down 220 on this table, and we are down 314. 220 plus 314, carry the one. Here we go. We got the wheel again. Come on, no taser! No! Ah! Okay, no. No. Ah, fuck! Oh, not on my bare skin! Wait, did I fold quads? I better not have folded quads. You better be fucking lying to me. Woo! Aces! Dude! Give me a fucking break! Like a real evil smile. Oh, water. Fuck it, we go once! Let's peel it slowly. Woo! Dude, I'm in a hand! What are we getting? I don't know what I'm doing here. Hot sauce? It doesn't say hot. Ah! Fuck! This is a fucking clown show. Give me the fucking spoon. That's it, guys.
Unfortunately, we were not able to complete our goal. We went down $474, but the stream was absolutely nuts. We hit 1.5K peak viewers, and the support from all of you guys blew me away. I'm definitely gonna be streaming more often and I have some crazy things planned for the near future. I'll talk about it more near the end of the video, so stick around. Last night, as you guys saw, we came up short on stream, and we are now currently sitting $2,596 away from our 80K goal. But do not fear, because we are going for the kill tonight. About to head out to TCH, play some live, and when we get back, we're gonna be champions. Pulling up to TCH Social right now. It's like 10 o'clock, a little late, but it's when the punters are around.
Sitting here waiting on a couple wait lists, 2.5, 5.10. We'll see.
Game time, baby. We finally get put on a 2-5 table, and we are locked in. We're ready to complete this challenge here and now. I buy in for 1.5K, the max at the table. And in the first hand we play, just 10 minutes after sitting down, we've got our whole stack on the line. In this one, we've got pocket queens in the hijack. The low jack starts the action with a raise to 40. There's a $10 straddle that is active for most of the night, by the way. I 3-bet to 125. And then the small blind nervously jams his whole stack. Just $345 though. Now the action returns to the low jack, who just happens to be my arch nemesis and current roommate, Jake Pro Punter. The pro 5-bet jams for $1,500. Against anybody else, I'd maybe think for a second or two, but against the punter himself, I snap call is all in. And right away, Jake is shaking in his boots.
Uh-oh, I don't have that good of a hand.
I have a good one.
You have a pair though?
Yeah.
I'm dead. I have a pair too, not a high one. I have 10s. It's fine.
We got me.
We're crushing this loser. But unfortunately, the small blind who initially jammed tells us he's also got queens. No worries though. We're still way ahead, and all we have to do is fade a 10. The flop is clean. Deuce, ace, 4. The turn comes, the 9 of spades. We are just one card away. And the river comes, 10.
Oh!
Nobody.
What a joke. This dude really is the biggest luck box. We get stacked off the rip and are down 1,500 already. We're deep in the dumps. Maybe this isn't the night for us after all. Our $80,000 goal will have to wait for another day. No, I won't accept it. Tonight will be the night. We rebuy for another $1,500 and sit back down on the tables, ready to make history. And then, we got absolutely nothing for the next 3 hours.
Are you serious right now, bro?
I was legit just playing a folding simulator all night long. I was pretty demoralized and losing hope for the night, but we were given one more chance for redemption. It's near the end of the night, and we are sitting with $1,400 in our stack. We get pocket 8s on the button, and there's a $10 and $20 straddle on the table. Jake, in the cutoff, raises to 100. I call, the small blind calls, and then the $20 straddler squeezes to $500. Jake quickly folds, and I make a speculative call, given good pot odds, and expecting the small blind to fold as well. We go to a flop of 10, 9, 5, 2 spades. We're praying that our opponent doesn't jam. And to our delight, he checks to us. I look at his stack and see that he's only got 200 behind, and the pot is 1,200 at this point. Knowing that the money is going to go in no matter what, I just decide to go all in now, hoping I have a sliver of fold equity. We send our stack to the middle, and our opponent unsurprisingly calls. But he's far from happy when he puts his chips in, so I'm hoping he's just got 2 overs. The run out shows us a 10 on the turn, and the river, the ace of diamonds.
Not a good card. That's you.
Rivered. Once again. The poker gods are just toying with me this session. Our stack gets chopped in half, and we're down to only $700. Now I keep playing for a little bit, and I'm actually able to get back to just about our second buy-in. I ended with $1,415 in our stack, down $1,585 on the night.
All right, quick session today. Did not go our way. Pretty much cemented it right away when we lost a 3K pot. Got stacked in our first hand against this guy over here. Queens versus 10s, got 2 out on the river. It is what it is. We were in for 4, out for 1,500, actually 1,400. So actually we were, how much were we in for? I don't even know. Actually we were in for 3,000, out for $1,400, $15 for a net loss of $1,585. So.
Chapter 3, Chasing Redemption.
You suck.
You won't ever hit 80,000.
You're just a fish.
You're a fucking disappointment.
Go back to college.
What an idiot. You won't ever hit 80,000. You just got lucky.
You're gonna lose it all.
The $80,000 goal was slipping out of my hands, and it was a feeling I was all too familiar with. I was getting PTSD from Miami, and I feared my story was repeating itself. All I wanted was the sweet taste of victory. Maybe I just wasn't made to be a winner. Doubt was creeping in. Did I just get lucky? Am I even good enough to actually do this? I knew I was in my own head, but reality seemed so distant. I was scared to step back into the ring, but the fear of becoming a what-if story grew larger. I needed redemption. I needed victory. $4,181. That's our distance from 80K. And we're gonna be hitting that goal tonight, no matter what. We've got a clear mind, and we're ready for the moment. So let's go do this.
There's a starman waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a starman waiting.
What time's it now? 7:50. We just got here, 7:50. Brutal waitlist. 40-person 2-5 waitlist. 5:10, 10:25. They're all like 20. All the tables are full, so they can't even reopen any tables. We'll see when we get in.
A few moments later.
Quick update is now, what's the time?
9:23.
9:23. So we've been here for an hour and a half waiting. We are still waiting. We'll see when we get on the tables once again. Finally, after 2 hours of waiting, we are put on the 2-5 tables. We remain focused as we take a seat around 10 p.m. And as always, we buy in for the cap, $1,500. Our first notable hand comes an hour into the session. The $10 straddle is on, and the middle position player limps for $10. We're in the cutoff with pocket fives, and we raise it up to 50. The button proceeds to 3-bet us to 150. The straddler and middle position call, and we call as well, looking to set mine. And we hit a diamond as we flop a set. Ace, 5-4, rainbow. Unfortunately, the flop checks around, and then the turn comes, the 9 of spades. The straddler leads out for 225. Middle position folds, and I decide to just call and slow play our set. Button folds behind, and we go to a river that shows us the 4 of spades, bringing in the backdoor flush, but which also boats us up. Our opponent bets 500 with just $35 left in his stack. I got no clue what he's cooking up, but we're obviously going for all he's got, so we don't waste anybody's time. We jam, and he sheepishly puts in the call, showing us top 2 pair. Just the start we were looking for in this monumental session. We go up 1,200, and our stack booms to 2,500. We're looking to keep our momentum going, but fate has other plans. We stall for an uneventful hour and a half before we get moved up to the big boy tables and look to make our dreams a reality. We're now at the 5-5-10 tables, and it's playing pretty deep stack, so we add on 2,000 to our stack and are now in for 3,500 with 4K of chips to make some magic with. And boy, are we glad we added on, because right when we sat down, people start tossing out straddles like slurs in a BO2 lobby. In one of our first hands at the new table, we got ace-9 suited and raised a 150 out of the small blind. Only the $50 double straddler calls. Dealer reveals a flop of ace, jack, 10, 2 hearts. We once again bet for 150. And our opponent raises us to 450? Is he trying to tell me he's got king-queen? Well, he must be a bad salesman, because I'm not buying it. We call, and the turn comes, a board pairing jack of spades. Definitely a better card for us, as this reduces the number of 2-pair combinations he could have had on the flop. But despite that, he leads out for 650. Well, he must be a good fisherman, because something smells real fishy. We call, and the river comes, the 9 of hearts. My heart sinks as the heart flush draw gets there, and I hardly have any time to harp on my current situation as my sunken heart gets hammered by our opponent's hard-nosed decision to jam his hand all in for over 2,000. After this river, there are literally 0 bluffs, and we merely have a weak bluff catcher, and thus, we make the logical choice and just fold. Our opponent is kind enough to show us Queen 4 of hearts, validating our river decision. The clock strikes 12, but we're not clocking out. We're locking in. Our next hand has some history behind it. In this one, we face off against the same guy who called me down with 4th pair in a 5K pot 2 episodes ago. Pretty much, I don't like this guy. Nah, I'm just kidding. He's actually a pretty chill guy. But I am trying to get my revenge. He raises to 85 in the small blinds, and we 3-bet 4x out of position to 340 with ace-jack offsuit. He calls. Flop is a good one. Ace, 9, deuce, rainbow. He checks, and we put out 175 in around quarter pot sizing. He then raises me to 600. I was taken aback by the raise,
as this flop is far better for our range, and he has little to no hands that want to raise for value. Maybe ace queen plus? But despite our confusion, we obviously aren't going anywhere. We stick in the call, and the turn shows us a beautiful jack of clubs. We upgrade to top 2 pair, and our opponent continues his puzzling betting as he sizes up to 1,600. What is he representing? A set of deuces? Or nines? Questions are racing through my head, but one thing's for certain, we sure as hell ain't folding. We look down at our stack, and I realize that I've only got 2,400 behind. If we call, we'd be left with only 800 going to the river. Now maybe there's some value in letting him blast off with air on the river, but I prefer to just get it in now. And so I grasp my chips and ship them off to the middle. Our opponent? Snap mucks his hand. He was getting nearly 10-to-1 odds to call, but clearly had bananas. A $2,500 donation coming to the Locked In Foundation. We get one step closer to our $80,000 goal. Our stack, now up to 5,900. We are the closest we've ever been. Just $1,781 away from glory. All it takes is one more pot. We've been in this situation before though, and we're determined for a different outcome. We peel Queen Jack of Hearts in the cutoff and raise it up to $75. The $25 straddler 3-bets us to $275, and we call. We go heads up to a flop of 10, 10, 6, 2 clubs. The straddler checks, and we have a good hand to bet with as we block Queen 10, Jack 10 suited combos, over pairs, and have backdoor draws ourselves. However, I opt to check and realize our backdoor equity. Turn comes, the 9 of hearts, the best card in the deck. We now have an open-ended straight flush draw. Our opponent checks to us once again, and I feel obliged to start betting. And so I do, at $300, around half pot. Our opponent calls. The river, the queen of clubs. Top pair. Not bad. But then our opponent decides to donk out for $950? What an ass. What a fat, juicy ass. I was perplexed by his line here. Did he river a flush? Maybe he's got ace queen? I mean, we have a good hand to call with, considering we block king jack, ace queen, and king queen of hearts. Plus, we are fairly high up in our range, given the way that the hand was played. I debated back and forth between call and fold, and after a moment of tanking, I came to a decision. I grabbed my cards and moved them aside so I could grab my chips and call this donkey down. I was coming for that ass. But, he had king queen.
Oh, you got me, Pips.
And we get beat by the kicker.
It's literally 5 o'clock and we are still here. It was up pretty big. It was up to like 7K in our stack, but now we're back down to, I think, 5.5.
5 a.m., $5,600 in our stack, and 560 calories over my limit after slamming this fucking cheesecake. Not ideal for the cut. We're $2,081 away, heading into the final hour of the night. The $80,000 mark seems like it'll evade us once again. But if I'm going down, then I'm going down swinging. I sit at the table, waiting for my opportunity. An opportunity to pounce. I only have one more shot at this tonight, so it's now or never. Our final hand is a bit of an odd one. Once every 30 minutes when the dealer changes, we play a double board PLO bomb pot. This is where each player at the table puts in $25, are dealt 4 cards, and action starts after the flop. It's also pot limit, just meaning no player can bet more than the pot. So we look down at King Jack 10-5. Not a bad hand. And the 2 flops are Queen Jack 9 and Ace Queen 4. So we have the nut straight on the first one and a whole bunch of gut shots on the second. We're looking real nice as it checks to us on the button. And with the last action, I bet 100 into the $175 pot. The big blinds, low jack, and hijack all call. So we go 4 ways to the turn. On the first board comes a 6 of clubs. And on the second, the king of diamonds, giving us the nuts on both boards. It once again checks to us, and with my 2 nuts, I pot it for $575. As you can see, these pots can get real big, real quick. And they're only going to grow as the low jack and hijack call once again. $2,300 pot going to the river. And we could not be in a better spot. All we have to do is fade a couple draws, and we'll be in prime position to scoop both boards. In the river's reveal, the 7 of diamonds on the top board, and the 6 of hearts on the bottom, both complete bricks. We've got the nut straight on both boards, and we're praying that we can get as much money in the pot as possible. It once again checks to us, and there's nothing else to do but pot it on the river for $2,300. The low jack goes into the tank, but decides to fold after a while. Now it comes down to the hijack.
If he calls us here and we're able to scoop, we'll win $3,900 in profit and soar above the $80,000 mark. But if he folds, or if we chop the pot, we'll fall just short of our goal. This is it. The moment of truth. The climax to our story. Our opponent doesn't take long to decide. With our fate on the line, our opponent, snap, calls! And he reveals a lower straight on the first board and 2-pair on the second. We scoop up the pot. And we've done it! $6,900 pot. And we rock it up to $9,500 in our stack. Over $6K in profit. We smash our 80K goal and end the session with $81,894 in our bankroll. We were at last victorious. We got redemption for our failure in Miami and accomplished our goal. All the trials and tribulations we overcame were more than worth it. To be able to stand here, a champion.
Speech.
Wow, what a surreal feeling. I want to thank everybody who supported me along this journey. The ones who believed in me when there wasn't much to believe in. This one, it's for you guys. Now you might be wondering, what's next? Maybe I'll just kick back here in Dallas and bask in the glory of our victory. Well, as the late, great Kobe Bryant once said, job's not finished. 100,000 by August 31st. We will continue to race towards that finish line, no matter what it takes. But we're gonna enjoy this one, and I wanna do so with all of you guys. So I give you all an invitation to the great Locked In Gala. 6 p.m. CST, live here on YouTube. We're gonna continue grinding toward our 100K goal, with a couple surprises sprinkled in. All I'm gonna say is bring your best attire. You guys are not gonna wanna miss this one. So mark your calendars, and I'll see you there. What a splendid little story that was. Our hero's first victory, a defining moment in his journey. But this will not be his last victory, and it certainly will not be the last of his challenges. This story is still being written, and all we can do is watch it unfold. Thank you all for joining me on a little walk down memory lane. And remember, stay locked in.